Hello, welcome to Solved Papers channel. My name is Mr. Godfrey M. I'm an experienced teacher with Cambridge International Curricula. In this video, I will be solving a mathematics paper. This is a Cambridge Secondary 1 checkpoint. Paper 1 of October 2019. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button below and hit the bell icon. This way you will be notified every time I upload a new video. I wish we get started. Here we are, question number 1. Here are some words. That describe part of a circle. We have radius, we have chord, we have diameter, we have arc. Use these words to label the circle parts shown in the diagram. Of course, the first circle, the part that is shown here is the diameter. The second diagram, here we have a radius. Okay, we have radius. This is the radius. The third circle, what will be shown here is what we call a chord. And lastly, we have an arc. So those are the parts of the circle that we needed to label. All right. Question number 2. A recipe uses 3 eggs with 600 grams of flour. Find the number of eggs to use in the same recipe with 1 kilogram of flour. Of course, you need to change this 1 kilogram to grams so that you have same units. So 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. So what we are being told here is that 3 eggs are required when the flour is 600 grams. The question is, now if the flour is 1,000 grams, what will be the number of eggs that we will require? You cross multiply. You'll have 3 eggs times 1,000 divided by 600. And of course, when you do a good calculation, you'll find that you need 5 eggs. So 5 eggs will be required. Number 3, work out this equation here, or expression. Of course, to work out this expression, remember board mass. Okay. Brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And of course, in this equation here, you have the brackets. You deal with the brackets first. So the bracket is 4 squared plus 2 minus 12. Of course, 4 squared is 16 plus 2 minus 12. Brackets of addition. You add before you subtract. So this is 16 plus 2, get 18, minus 12. And what you get here is 6. So basically now you have your 5. The whole of these brackets works out to 6. And when you multiply 6 times 5, you get 30. That is the answer. Let's proceed to number 4. And as we continue solving these questions, let me say it's great that you're watching this video on how to solve this checkpoint secondary 1 mathematics paper. But I always insist that practice is key. Practice makes perfect. So don't just watch as I solve for you. I would like you to be able to work out these questions yourself as I guide you. And you may get this same paper I am solving right now from this wonderful site called Solved Papers. If you can proceed there, solvedpapers.co.uk. If I may show you the site, this is the site I'm talking about, Solved Papers. It's a wonderful, resourceful site full of good materials. You can head there and have a look at it. Of course, I need you to come to checkpoint secondary. Of course, there are a number of subjects here. You can have a look at them. English, mathematics, and sciences. I'm interested in mathematics. We are right here. So let's go to mathematics. I'll show you the papers that I'm talking about. So you will find this page, Checkpoint Secondary 1 Mathematics. There are papers for 2019 all the way to 2016, both October and April. The paper I'm solving right now is 2019 October, paper 2. Paper 2 is the paper, actually paper 1 is the one that I'm dealing with right now. So I'll need you to talk to your parent, and of course they will assist you with acquiring these papers. You click here to get all solved papers in a zip. Once you click there, you will come to this page right here. This page has got papers solved and unsolved, of course, for 2019, 2017, 2016, 2015, and of course you'll get science. Of course, the papers that are very minimal premium, only £5, you'll get all these papers. They will include both solved and unsolved. And if you wish, you can get them at a discount. All the papers in 2019 at a fair price of $14.97. Of course, same in October, 2018, 2017, and 2016. You can get them all at a fixed price, as a discounted price. So practice is key. Don't just watch the video. Get to solve papers and get those papers. That having been done, I'd like us to go back to question number 4. Let's go back to question number 4. Let me erase this. Question number 4. Okay. Here is a multiplication fact. 2/3 times 3/4 is equals to half. Use this fact to complete these calculations. Of course, if 2/3 times 3/4 gives us half, what will be the division, or what will be the product when we divide a half times a third? Of course, that will be 2/3. So we'll have 2/3 there. If 2/3 times 3/4 gives a half, then a half divided by 3/4 will give us 2/3. Okay. That will be it. Part B, 1 1/3 times 3 3/4. And by the way, we can still prove this one. Can write it down. Can write half divided by 3/4. Of course, when you are dividing, you can bring in multiplication. When you bring in multiplication, the second fraction is flipped up, so you'll have 4/3. And of course, you can cancel 2. You can cancel this 2 and this 4, you get 2. And therefore, 1 times 2, the numerators will give us 2. And numerators, of course, this is 1. 1 times 3 give us 2/3. Let's work out this. 1 and 1/3 will be equal to 4/3. So 4/3 times 3/4. Of course, you can see the 3 will cancel with the numerator 3 there will cancel with the denominator 3. The denominator 4 will cancel with the denominator 4. And what we'll get is 1. So the answer there is 1. Question number 5. Pierre and Blessy are in a bike race. Okay. Blessy starts the race at 10:45 a.m., finishes at 12:10 p.m. Work out how long Blessy takes. Give your answers in hours and in minutes. Of course, you need to convert this into 24 hours to make it easier for us. Convert the timing to 24 hours. It will be easier. So to convert 10 to 10 to 24 hours, we add 12. And therefore, this gives us 14 10 hours. And therefore, we can now subtract. We have 14 10 hours minus 10:45, the times Blessy started the race. And you'll find that, of course, this will be 5. This will be now, of course, 0. So we borrow 1 from here, becomes 6. So gets 2. And we remain with 3 there. So 3. So Blessy takes 3 hours. Blessy takes 3 hours, 25 minutes to complete to finish the race. Part B. Pierre cycles 18 kilometers in half an hour. Work out the speed of Pierre. Of course, we know that average speed is equals to total distance traveled. Average speed. Let me get this one out of the way. Average speed is equals to distance, total distance traveled, over total time taken. We are told that the total distance Pierre traveled was 18 kilometers, and it took time of half an hour, which is same as 0.5. Of course, 0.5, 18 divided by 0.5, you get 18 times 2, which gives us 36 kilometers per hour. 36 kilometers per hour. So to cover a distance of 18 kilometers in half an hour, the speed was 36 kilometers per hour. Very well. Number 6. Work out 16.8 times 9. Work out basically means you multiply 16.8 times 9. I'll give it a go here. 16 times 9. You do long multiplication. 9 times 8, you get 72. You write 2 there, carry 7. 9 times 6, get 54. 54 plus 7, you get 11. So basically, get 1 there. Then carry 6. Then 9. 9 times 1 gives you 9. 9 plus 6, you get 15. So the answer is 15. 151. Sorry. Answer is 151. 151.2. Next, part B. 8.67 divided by 6. I prefer to go the long division. Remember, in this kind of papers, you are instructed not to have a calculator. So you doing the long division, the long division there. So we have 8.76 divided by 6. So goes 1 there for 6. You get 2.76. Of course, place a decimal point there. For 4, you get 2.4. This will be 6, and then this will be 3. Okay. And what number do we need to multiply 6 by to get 36? It's going to be 6 for that. So the answer will be 1.46. 1.46. Number 7. Let's look at number 7. Yuri designs this frequency table for recording the wingspan L in millimeters of a butterflies. Okay, because we have wingspan. 20 is less than or equal to L, the wingspan, which is less than 30. Of course, we have the tally, we have the frequency right there. And of course, part A, the instruction is complete the first column of the table so that all intervals have equal class width. All right, all intervals to have a class, to have equal class width. Okay, so the interval should have a class, should have equal class width, and therefore here I will go for 20 to 30. The tally will be get it 2. Then of course the frequency will be 2. Can first leave that. Let me first complete the first column. The first column you'll have equal class width. The class width from 20 to 30 is 10, so this will also be 30 here, and then 40 right there. We'll have 40 to 50, then 50 to 60. That's done. Part B. Yuri measures the wingspan in millimeters of 15 butterflies. All right. Complete the tally and frequency. Complete the tally and frequency columns. This column here and this other column here. Columns of the table to show Yuri's data. Of course, from 20 to 30, you check, do you have any wingspan fall in that? Yeah, we have 29. This is greater than 30. We have 29. Do you have another one? Yes, and we have 25 here. So the tally there is 2. The tally is 2, and therefore the frequency is 2. Wingspan for 30 to 40. Of course, this the wingspan here is more. Okay. We have 34 is between 30 and 40. 37, that is 2. 36, 3. 33, 4. 39, 5. 32, 6. Therefore, the tally is 5, 6. So frequency is 6. 40 to 50. This is within that range. 43, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the tally here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so frequency is 5. Frequency is 5. 50 to 60. We have 1 for 51, 2, 53, 52, and that's it. So 1, 2, and the frequency is 2. We are done. On number 7, we are done. Number 8. Before we get to doing number 8, I would also like you to let you know that I do online tuitions, online classes. I do usually hold online classes. I do tuition on online classes, and you'll find me in Space Academy, SP Academy. SP Academy is basically Soft Peppers Academy. SP Academy. This is academy.co.uk. As I've said, my name is Mr. Godfrey. Mr. Godfrey M. You'll get me there. Can give you a sneak preview of what I'm talking about here. This is Soft Peppers Academy. This is the site I'm talking about. A very wonderful site. We're learning with students all over the world. I would like to welcome you to join me at my online classes. I would like you to find time and visit this page. Look at student guide. You can click here for a step-by-step guide for students dashboard. You usually have your own dashboard once you sign up. Also, you can watch this video to get familiar with our online live classes. It's a wonderful site. We've got popular courses: ICT, mathematics, physics, biology. We do have chemistry, and of course, we are keeping on adding more and more courses as the demand grows. Of course, I would like you to, because we have very positive reviews there, you can visit and have a look at. Of course, we are teaching students from all over the world: Dubai, London, Manchester, United States. I'd like you to find time and join us. All I need you to do is to visit this page. You can register. Okay. Of course, you'll get an email indicating to you what to need to do. You create your own account, and then of course you can find a tutor. Right, we have got several tutors who are helping here. We have tutors there. You can find me among these tutors, the tutor of your choice. All right, I guarantee you we have been helping lots of students. I guarantee you will discover a great opportunity of getting outstanding grades. See you in my online class. Let's continue with now number 8. Number 8, let's go continue with number 8. All right. Here are some let me get this one out of the way. I need some writing space here. Okay. Number 8. Here are some first 3 diagrams in a sequence. This is a sequence. And we have diagram 1, 2, and 3. You can see the sequence. The first sequence has got 5 crosses and 1 knot. The second diagram has got 4 knots and 8 crosses, and so on and so forth. Part A, we have to draw the next diagram in this sequence on the grid. Okay, so you see the knots have increased, that is knots, have increased from 1 to 4 to 9. Okay, so what is the sequence here? All right, the difference between 1 and 4 is 3. Okay, and the difference between 4 and 5 is, 4 and 9 is 5 for the knots. What about the crosses? The crosses have increased on diagram 1. The crosses are 5. On diagram 2, the crosses are 8. On diagram 3, the crosses are 4 plus 4, 8 plus 3, 11. They are 11. So what is the difference between 8 and 5? The difference is 3 as well. What about from 8 to 11? The difference is 3. Unless I'm wrong, that is 4, 8. That. So the next diagram, we should be now diagram 4 here. The next diagram, which should be diagram 4 here. You can see the knots are increasing in odd numbers from 3 to 5. So the other one will be 7. Will increase by 7. Okay. The knots right there. They increased by 3 here. This one increased by 5. Okay, increased by 5. So assuming that increase continues, then the next will increase by 7. Therefore, we will have 7 plus 9. We'll have 16 knots. Okay. What about the crosses, which are the x? They're increasing by 3. Therefore, since it is 11, when we increase by 3, then we will land at 14. Okay. So then, of course, we can draw that here. So 14 will have 5 and 5 crosses horizontally like this, and downwards we'll have 4. We'll have 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll have the other row here, crosses 5. Then we'll have our knots, 16 of them. Okay, we'll have our knots there, 16 of them. And there we are. So our diagram, which is our diagram 4 here, should look that way. Of course, you should find the sequence order. That will help you to get that sequence correct. Right? Part B. Explain why the number of circles in diagram 5 will be 25. Okay, if now we draw diagram 5, right? In diagram 5, we will have diagram 4, we have 16 circles. Therefore, since the increment was by odd numbers, then the next odd number here should be 9. Therefore, 16 plus 9 should give us 25 for diagram 5 here. For diagram 5, if we have diagram 5 here, this is diagram 5, then it should be 25. So in that case, we can say that explain why the number of circles in diagram 5 will be 25. So we can say that this sequence will be, or we can even put it this way. You can see we have here in diagram 1, we have only one circle. Of course, diagram 2, we have 2 rows. Diagram 3, we have 3 rows. Diagram 4, we have 4 rows. And therefore, in diagram 5, we'll have 5 rows, each with 5 rows, each with 5 circles in each row. Of course, that is also another way of looking at it. So we can use that. That is, I think, a little bit easy to write here. We have got a small space here, which we can utilize by writing less. So in diagram 5, which is now next, there will be 5 rows. There will be 5 rows. Okay, of the circles. 5 rows of circles. Don't forget, we are talking about circles with 5 circles with 5 in each row. So then we have 5 times 5, which should give us 25. Okay, continue to part C. Part C, find an expression for the number of crosses in diagram N. Okay, to do that, of course, you have to find the number of crosses in diagram 1. The number of crosses in diagram 1 is 3. 3 times 1, of course, plus 2. Okay, 3 times 1 times plus 2. This will give us 6. Okay, of course, this will give us 5. Then the other is 3 times 1 plus 2. This is 3 times 2, sorry. 3 times 2. Let me get it right. 3 times 2 for diagram 2 plus, of course, 2. This will give us 8. Number 3, it will be 3 times 3 plus 2. This will give us 11 crosses in diagram 3. Diagram 4, this will be 3 times 4 plus 2. This will give us 14, and so on and so forth. So when you arrive at diagram N, therefore this will be 3 times N plus 2. and therefore this will be 3n plus 2. So the expression for the number of crosses in diagram n will be 3n plus 2. Wonderful. Next is question number 9. Tick to show if these statements are true or false. Tick to show, right? Of course, 0.4 is equals to 4%. Is that correct? We need to show that. We know that 0.4 is the same as 4 over 10. Okay? And change 4 over 10 to percentage, we multiply by 100. And this will give us 40%. So this is false. It's not true. What about 7 over 20 is equals to 27%. Let's also work out that. So change it to percentage by multiply by 100. Okay. This will give us 35. And therefore 7 over 20 is not equal to 27. Likewise, this is false. A tenth is equals to 10%. Let's see that. Change a tenth to percentage. This will give us 10%. And that is true. Number 9, done. Proceed to number 10. There are some children in classroom. The ratio of boys to girls is 3:1. Work out the fraction of the children that are boys, right? To work out the fraction, we need to get the total fraction. The total fraction is 3 plus 1, which is 4. So the ratio is 3:1, and therefore for boys, okay, for boys, the fraction will be 3/4, 3 over 4. All right. There are 24 boys, that is 10b. There are 24 boys in the classroom. Work out the number of girls, right? So if there are 24 boys in the classroom, then what will be the number of girls? We have already found that for boys, it is 3. For boys, it is 3 over 4, and we are told this is equivalent to 24. Okay. Then, of course, girls are a quarter. So if 3/4 is 24, what is a quarter? Okay. So you can do the cross multiplication. You write a quarter times 24 divided by 3/4 right there. And of course, when you do your mathematics correctly, you're supposed to get here 6 divided by 3/4. Of course, you can bring this one up. 3 times 4, 6 times 4 divided by 3. This will give you 8. So we only have 8 girls in the classroom. Number 11. Number 11, work out 2/4 over 5 plus 3 2/3. Give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form, right? Of course, you need to convert the fractions into proper fractions, and therefore this fraction here will be 5 times 2, says 10, plus 4, we'll get 14 over 5, plus 3 times 3 gives us 9, 9 plus 2 gives us 11, so 11 over 3. So to add these two fractions, we need the LCM of 5 and 3. The LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. And therefore, we have 15 there. So 15 divided by 5 gives us 3. 3 times 14 will give us 42. Plus 15 divided by 3 gives us 5. 5 times 11 gives us 55. And therefore 55 plus 43, this will total to 93. This is 42, not 43. This is 42. That's 42. And therefore this will be 47 here. This will be 42 plus 55. This will be 97 over 15. We are told to give it as a mixed number, and therefore we have to find to divide 97 by 15. We do it long division by 15. So the first one is 6. 6 will get 90, right? 15 times 6 gives us 90, remainder 7. Therefore, the mixed fraction here will be 7 over 15. That's what we write here, 7 over 15. Very well. We are at question 12. Put one of the operations, either multiplication or division, in each box to make the statement true. Okay, so 14, some operation here, and 2.5 gives us 35. This cannot be division. If it is division, it should be less than 7. So I'll go for multiplication. 84 and 0.25 to get 21. This also cannot be division. That's multiplication. 7, when you multiply 7 times 0.2, you go for the easiest. This gives us 0.14. But the answer here is 35. So this can only be division. This is division. This is division. You can also prove that by say 7 divided by, of course, 0.2 is the same as 2 divided by 10. And therefore, this will be 7 times 10 divided by 2, which gives us 70 divided by 2, which is 35, which is correct. Then 0.64 giving us 32. Of course, if it is multiplication, it will be much less. So this as well is division. You can prove that. Of course, by changing this one into a fraction. So when you change that to fraction, it will be 64 divided by 100. Divide by, this will be 2 divided by 100 as well. Of course, when you have division here, you can bring it multiplication. When you bring it multiplication, the second fraction gets flipped up. 100 becomes numerator, 2 becomes the denominator. So 64 divided by 100 times, of course, we have brought in multiplication here instead of division, and therefore this must change. We flip it. Therefore, you can cancel the 100 right there. So the equation will be 64 divided by 2, and this will give us 32, which we have right here. Good. Question number 13. Question number 13. Write 54 over 117 in its simplest form. Right? Of course, you can look at what number can divide both 54 and 117. To do that, you sum up 5 plus 4 will give you an odd number that is divisible by 3, and 1 plus 1 plus 7 will give you 9. That's all divisible by 3. So divide by 3 because 9 is divisible by 3. So 54 divided by 3 gives us 18, and 117 divided by 3 will give us 39. Can confirm that if you are in doubt, and therefore the expression becomes this 54 over 17 in its simplest form will be 18 over 39. We cannot simplify 39 any further. Yes, we can. It's divisible by 3 actually. We also divide 18 by 3. We get 6. 39 divided by 3 will get 13. Yeah, and therefore that is the simplest form. So 3 over 13. Number 14, expand and simplify. Expand and simplify. So to expand, you take the terms on this bracket, you multiply every term on the other bracket with the same. So we start with this x. So we multiply this x, multiply that x with that by that x, then we multiply by 5 again. So x times x, this will give us x squared, and then x times plus 5, this will give us 5x. All right. Then of course we have minus here, so we have minus. So we take this minus 6, we take minus 6, multiply that x by minus 6. We take again minus 6, multiply that. So minus 6 times x, this will give us minus 6x. Then minus 6 multiplied by positive 5 will give us again minus. This time it will be minus 30. Right, so we can we have like terms together. We have x here and we have x here. So we collect those terms together. So x squared plus 5x minus 6x. This will give us minus x. Then minus 30. So this will be simplified after expansion to x squared minus x minus 30. Number 15. Aiko records the time in seconds that it takes for the children in our class to swim the length of the pool in January. So we have the time there, and the key here is 1/6 means 16 seconds. Work out the median time. Now to work out the median time, we need the number of children in Aiko's class. Number of children. Of course, to get the number of children, you need to count all the timings for each children here. So starting from 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19 children, all right? So the median will be on the 10th child. The median will be on the 10th child. We are supposed to get the median. So median is the 10th. The 10th child. So you count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the median is that point. But remember, this is 3/2. And from the key, we are told if it is 1/6 is 16. Therefore, if it is 3/2, this is 36 seconds. So the median is sorry, write it correctly and then say it wrongly, 32 seconds. So the median is 32. Okay, part B, work out the range of the times, right? Of course, we know that range is the longest minus the smallest. So the longest time, okay, minus the shortest time, range, shortest time, okay, shortest time. Therefore, in this case, the longest time is 67. That is the longest time, 67, and the shortest time is 16. This one over here, 16. So 16 minus 67 minus 16. Of course, you can do long division if you're not able to get it right. Long subtraction. So 7 minus 6, that's 1. 6 minus 1, that is 5. So the range is 51 seconds. So 51 seconds. Aiko records the times it takes for the same children to swim length of the pool in June. She works out that the median in June is 25 seconds. The range of the time is 55 seconds. Aiko says the times vary less in June than in January. Tick to show if Aiko is correct or wrong. Of course, to show whether Aiko is correct or wrong, you've got to get the time variation of January. Okay, vary January. The variation here is 51 for range minus 32 for median, which in this case will give us 19, right? Then we get the variation in June. Variation in June is 55 for the range minus the median, which is 25. Vary is basically the difference. So when you minus that, you get 30. And therefore, you notice that time vary in June. Time variation in June, let me put it this way. Time variation in June is more, right? And therefore, Aiko is incorrect. Give a reason for your answer. Why I'm saying Aiko is not correct. So we find that in June, time variation, which is 30, is more than the time variation in January, which is 19. So Aiko is wrong. Okay. Question 16. A, 5, 8 and B, 3 minus 2 are 2 points on a coordinate grid. C is the midpoint of AB. Work out the coordinates of C, right? Now to work out the coordinates of C, we get the midpoint of the X coordinates, 5 and 3, and likewise we get the midpoint of the Y coordinate, which is H minus 2. To do that, we take 5 plus 3 divided by 2. This will give us 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So the X coordinate of C is 4. For Y, it is 8 plus minus 2 divided by 2. This will give us 8 minus 2 over 2, which will give us 6 over 2, gives us 3. Therefore, the coordinates of C, will be 4, 3. So 4, 3. Part B. B is the midpoint of AD. Work out the coordinates of D. So we know that D has coordinates x, y. We are told that A has coordinates 5, 8. And we know that B has coordinates 3, minus 2. And therefore, if B is the midpoint of AD, then we know that X for D plus 5 divided by 2 should give us 3. So then 5 plus X divided by 2 is equals to 3. And therefore, and so for X, 5 plus X, we multiply both sides by 2, gives us 3 times 2, which is 6. Therefore, X, we subtract 5 both sides, is equals to 6 minus 5. X is 1. X is 1. Right, for D. Then for Y, we know that Y plus 8 divided by 2 gives us negative 2. Therefore, we take 8 plus Y divided by 2 should give us minus 2. Because we multiply both sides by 2 to remove the fraction. So it will be 8 plus Y is equals to minus 2 times 2, which gives us minus 4. We subtract 8 both sides to make Y subject. So Y is equals to minus 4 minus 8. And of course, Y will be minus 12. So the coordinates of D will be 1 minus 12. Very good. Number 17. Look at this list of numbers. Look at the list of numbers, minus 8, minus 3, minus 1, 0, 7, and 10. Write down all the numbers from this list that satisfy the inequality minus 3 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 7. Right? So we can see from here, minus 1 is greater than minus 3. We know that. We also can see that 0 is greater than minus 3. We can see that 7 is equal to 7. Okay, the 7. We have taken care of that. We've taken care of that. Of course, 3 is equals to minus 3 is equals to 3. We've taken care of that. Taken care of that. What about minus 1? Minus 1 is less than 7. You can see that. Can also we also know that 0 is less than 7. Okay, and therefore in this inequality here, we have -1, which is less than 3, because we are told which is greater than 3, but less than 7. All right, so -1 is greater than 3 because -3 is less than x. So for example, if we substitute x by -1, we see that x is greater than 3, which satisfies the inequality, but it is less than 7. So -1 is one of those numbers. We also can see that 0 is greater than 3, but it is less than 7. So 0 is there. 0 is there. And the other one is 7 is equals to 7, because the inequality says x is less than or equal to 7. So the other one is 7. So the numbers that satisfy these inequalities are -1, 0, and 7. Part B, write down the inequality shown on the number line below. Shown on the number line below. When the dot is not full, is not shaded, then you don't include equal to. But if this dot was shaded inside, then it can either be less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, whichever. All right. So there you are. So you can see in this case, x is on this right side, but we are told that the arrow is pointing backwards, so then it means that x is less than 1, okay, to satisfy this inequality, right? So to satisfy this inequality, we can say that x is less than 1. Okay, that's the answer. Number 18. A, complete the table. Complete the table. The first one has been done for you. We have a number rounded to 2 decimal places, rounded to 2 significant figures, and therefore to round off this number to 2 decimal points, it is 0.04. What about this one to 2 decimal points? Of course, you look at the third decimal point, which is 4, which is less than 5, and therefore you don't round it up. You write 3.02. Now, SF. We know that the 0 immediately after decimal point, if there's no digit other than 0 in front of it, this 0 here is not significant. So to round off this to 2 significant, 3 is the first significant number, followed by 8. And therefore, since we are writing to 2SF, then we consider the third significant, which is 6, and it is greater than 5. And therefore, we round off to the higher number, which is 0.39. So this becomes 0.039. 0.039 to 2SF. The same here, 3 is significant. 0 is significant because it is between two digits which are other than 0, and therefore you consider the third significant, which is 2, and since it is less than 5, then this number in 2SF will be 3.0. 18b. Complete this table by writing a possible number in the first column. Possible number in the first column. This is the first column here. So we have a number. We are told rounded off to 1 SF is 4,000. So if it's rounded off to 1 SF, this number can be 3,000 3090, whatever. As long as the third SF should be greater than 5, or it should be 5. Can go for 6. So when you round off this number to 1 SF, you consider this number here. You consider the second. Of course, these are 3 SF. 1, 2, 3. So to round off to 1 SF, then of course you need to consider the second SF here. And since it is greater than 3, then you can round it off to, it's greater than 5. You can increase this one to 4. So that becomes 4,000. Then round it off to 2 SF. Of course, rounded off to 2 SF, you consider the third SF, which is greater than 5. Therefore, you round off this one to 1. So you add it to 9. 9 becomes 10. You add it to 3, becomes 4,000. So this is a good number. You can also get other numbers, like for example, you can write 395. You can also write 3974. It doesn't matter, as long as you know that when you round off to 1 SF, you consider the second number to make it 4. When you round off to 2 SF, you consider the third to make it, the third should be greater than 5. Therefore, can be anything. So you can go with any one of those numbers are correct, and even more they will be correct. Number 19. Here is an expression. Right? 2xy minus 12 plus 7y, plus 7y minus 5x. Write down the third term in this expression. Write down the third term in this expression. Of course, the first term in this expression is basically 2xy. The second term will be minus 12. The third term will be plus 7y, but you just write it 7y. And the fourth term will be minus 5x. If it is negative in front, then you have to include the negative. But if it is positive, you don't have to. So the third term is 7y. Numbers 20. Convert 0.03 meters cubed into cubic centimeters. Right? I'll show you a good method to do that. You start with 1 meter cubed. Of course, this is volume. Is the same as 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter. But of course, you can change these meters into centimeters. We know that 1 meter is 100 centimeters, so this is the same as 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters for each meter times 100 centimeters. And therefore, 1 meter cubed is equal to 1 million centimeters cubed. And therefore, we ask ourselves, then, if 1 meter is 1 million centimeters cubed, then 0.003 meters cubed will be how much? Then we cross multiply. You'll find that this is going to be 0.003 times 1 million divided by 1. And of course, when you do the math right, you're going to get 3,000. Going to get 3,000 centimeters cubed. Good. Part B. Convert your answer to part A into liters. Right? We know that 1,000 centimeters cubed is equivalent to 1 liter. Okay? And therefore, 3,000 centimeters cubed is equivalent to 3 liters. So the answer there is 3 liters. Question number 21. This shape is drawn on a triangular grid. drawn on a triangular grid. Complete the missing numbers. Number of lines of symmetry. Okay, symmetry is lines that when you divide it along that line and fold it, one side will be on top of the other, and therefore if you divide it along that line, that will be one point of line of symmetry. The other one is right there, and the other one is right there. So it has got 3 lines of symmetry. The order of rotation, of symmetry. Because if you rotate this one from here to here, it will fit nicely, and of course you rotate it again, it will fit nicely. So I can see 3 order of rotation right there. Question number 22. The sum of 3 consecutive whole numbers is 54. Work out the 3 numbers. All right. Consecutive number means numbers follow each other. All right. Consecutive numbers. Let me write it correctly. Consecutive numbers basically means numbers. Take a shortcut. Means numbers follow each other. Follow each other. Of course, you can try this by looking at 3 consecutive numbers like 10. Of course, this is 54. So if you take 10 plus 11 plus 12, this one will give you 33. What about if you take 20? 20 plus 21 plus 22, this will give you 63. So the number should be, of course, between 10 and 20. So I will take 17 plus 18 plus 19. And when you add correctly, you'll find that this is 54. So the consecutive numbers is 17, 18, and 19 right there. Number 23, write the missing numbers in the multiplication grid, right? When you multiply some number and 1 over 5, you get 0.2, right? We already know that 1 over 5 is 0.2. Therefore, we can only multiply 1 over 5 times 1 to get 0.2. So this is 1 right there. Of course, a fifth times 2 fifths, what we get is 2 over 25. So 2 over 25. Since this is 1, of course, and this here is, okay, we can use this 2. What do we need to multiply 2 over 5? 2 over 5 times x should give us 2. All right. So we can multiply both sides by 5. Multiply both sides by 5. So we'll get 2x is equals to 20. And then we divide both sides by, this is 5, sorry. I'm getting beyond besides myself. This is 5 here. There is 5. So this gives us 10. It's 10. So divide both sides by 2. So x is equals to 5. So this one here is 5. So then now you take 5 times 1. 5 times 1 gives us 5. We are good to go. We are done with that number. Done with that number. Go to the last number. Actually, not the last number, but number 24. Estimate the cube root. Estimate the cube root of 120 to the nearest whole number. Of course, estimation means what number can you multiply 3 times to get a figure that is around 120. Of course, can start with 4. 4 times 4 times 4. This will give us 16. 16 times 4. This will give us 64. Okay, it's 4 short than 120. So go to 5. 5 times 5 times 5. This will give us 125, which is greater than 120. So of course you can try 6 times 6 times 6. This will give us 216. So 125 is closer to 120. Therefore you can conclude 125 is close to 120, and therefore so 5 okay, let me put it this way. So 120, find the cube root of 120. The answer will be approximately 5. Write 5 right there. Lastly, question number 25. Use a ruler and a compass to construct the perpendicular to the line AB passing through point P. Of course, to do that, you need to do not rub out your construction line. Of course, to do that, you need to start, of course, using your compass. Stand at point P, use your compass, make a mark there and a mark there, equivalent marks. Then stand on this mark and can open the compass, the bigger, okay, the larger you want, to make another arc there and another arc down here. Then stand here, then make another arc there, then make another arc there. Then you join the 2 points such that they, of course, pass through P. Okay, you are using a ruler. Unfortunately, I don't have a ruler. So this one needs to be this one. This one needs to be here. So these 2 arcs should cross somewhere there. So that's how you construct a perpendicular line. Perpendicular means that it makes an angle of 90. This line you have drawn should make an angle of 90 with line AB. There you are, guys. Great to have had you watch and go through this paper with me. I'm sure you have learned a lot. You can put that in practice. I say that practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Proceed to solvedpapers.co.uk and get some papers there to help you practice. As I said, request your parents to help you on this. Thanks guys. See you in my next video. Bye.